Peace, peace, peace to my brothers and sisters. Peace to the gods and the goddesses. Peace to the brothers and sisters. Peace to the kings and queens and the ladies and gentlemen that's out there that's listening to the morning message. The morning message is going to be short, but it's going to be direct to the point. So before we get into that, let's pay all due respect to the Creator. The sun rises. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Amun. Peace. Brothers and sisters, kings and queens, ladies and gentlemen, and gods and goddesses. Those are just titles. Don't take that considerations. But if you believe and you have the confidence in yourself that you believe in the Creator, that's all you need. The confidence to you're going to be who you're going to be and become who you're going to become. Now, the morning message is based on this, yo. Melanin people have traveled around the world. Travel around the world. The melanated people, we have traveled around the world. And just morning, my ancestors have spoken to me and told me to look and do a little studying, which I have. Just a brief study, nothing really heavy, but we can easily forget that melanated people have traveled around the world. Now, pay attention to the word I'm using. I'm using the word melanated people. That's people of color, okay? Well, I'm not telling you what country they're coming from. I'm saying melanated people travel around the world, okay? Scientists will tell you, okay, African people have traveled around the world, migrated, which they have, okay? When you do your studying, and I hope that you do your studying, when you do your studying, you're going to find out, when you go back in ancient times, you're going to see melanated people around the world. Now, I'm going to give you, I'm going to give you a few examples. Indigenous people, South and North America, already was here. Japanese people, they're not the shade color that they are in. They were already melanated people. Chinese people was already melanated people. Okay? Australians was definitely indigenous people. Okay? We can go farther up into the Caucasian mountains, where it all began. The shredness of the melanin. The Greeks, they were Greeks, but if you look at the ancient Greeks, they had dreadlocks. They were dark-skinned. Where did dreadlocks come from? Pay attention. See, do your little research. If some of y'all already know, but you forget. You literally forget that melanated people have traveled around the world. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is that when we're dealing with cultures, right? Many cultures, what they've done over the centuries, they basically washed out the melanin history. They don't want you to know that you was already there. You already spoke a certain language. Not you per se, but your ancestors had spoke the language and taught that language and cultivated the ground. They don't want you to know this. Now, all of a sudden, in the 2000s and sometimes somewhere in the 1990s, they start to most scientifically fact that the African American, or I don't like really using that word, the melanated people was on this earth first. They know that already. They act like they want to slowly put it out, but it's not for you to put this information slowly out, because they lied to the public, which the public is the European race, who believed they was the first people on the planet, because what they had put out. So many different scientific historian people lied. When they got so infatuated with the culture that was here already, they begin to understand, like, listen here, hold on. These people have been here already. They already established civilizations here. Now, they don't want the public to know this because they already told these stories. Even in your history books to this day does not tell you the first Japanese, the first Buddhism. Buddhism, when Buddhism was the way it was black. What they did was there was a king who separated, I put this on my post, y'all. Look at it, you will find this out. Buddhism. Because there's a brother who studied Kung Fu, okay? He studied Kung Fu, and I think he also studied karate. But he's into Buddhism. He studied the Buddhism and find out its true history. Look on my page. I already put that out earlier this morning, okay? You'll start to understand Chinese people. They was not the melanin you see them now. They were dark like me and darker. You understand? The reason why I'm telling you this is because it's easy for you to fall into the pattern what they telling you. You don't know nothing until you either study or somebody tell you something. And if you don't study or do any cross references, you're just going to believe what they say because you believe they're legitimate. Even scientists, historians, and every other scientist that's into culture and heritage, they will tell you a lie. Not all of them. Some of them will tell you the truth, but guess what? A lot of them lost their lives because they just can't bring this information up front and then go, well, listen, we need to tell the story. These people was already here. This civilization was here on this earth thousands of years ago. Well, the people that's in power going, oh, no, you ain't going to do that because you're going to mess up this whole thing we got, this structure. You understand? But there's nothing wrong knowing the truth. See, knowing the truth is the true freedom. When you understand that concept, I don't have to use big giant words to impress people. I don't got to sit up here and give you a whole dialogue and all these things. You do your research. I'm the messenger. I'm spitting it out in a simple form. Do your research. That's the morning message. The melanin people have traveled around the world. And when you just pick whatever continent you want, pick it. Pick 3 of them. Pick 3 continents. And then start digging in their history. And start finding out. Our melanin people have traveled the world. I am Chocolate Amun Ra. This is the morning message. And I really hope you got something out of it. Peace.